going through my closet trying to clean it out, and I came across all of these old t-shirts that I had, and I decided that I didn't want to throw them away because I like to save things. So I spent hours on Pinterest and found different ways to reconstruct your old t-shirts into cute tank top style shirts, cut them and surgically reconstruct your old shirts, like school, sports team shirts. We all know we have a huge collection of those. I was homeschooled and I still managed to have a collection of school t-shirts. So that's the video I'm going to be doing for you guys today. I hope you all enjoy it. And without further ado, let's get into the video.
Alright guys, so all you need for these shirts is a piece of chalk and a pair of scissors. So for this first shirt, I'm going to start by drawing a straight line from the bottom of the sleeve all the way up to the collar. And I'm going to cut it out all the way up to the seam on top of the sleeve. And I'm going to do the same thing on the back, just a diagonal line from the bottom of the sleeve straight to the collar and cut it out. Once you reach the top of the shirt, you're just going to trace around the collar and connect it to what you've cut in the front. And on the other side, I did the same thing and just connected it underneath the sleeve. And there is your first shirt. So for the next shirt, also super simple. I just freehanded this because you're literally just cutting it like you would a muscle tee. So right around the seam of the sleeve. And on the back, I did use chalk, but you can't see it because it's white. But I just did 2 curved lines from the bottom of the sleeve to the top. Then I took one of the sleeves that I cut out and cut around the seam so that I have something to tie the bow with. And I'm going to bring the back together and tie it in a nice bow, fix it up, and cut the ends off. And there you have it. I love this style of shirt because it shows off your back muscles, which is always great. So this next one's a little bit more detailed. So I'm going to start by drawing a V underneath the collar and then a curved line from the bottom of the sleeve to about halfway between the sleeve and the collar. Then I'm going to draw a box in between the collar and the line that we drew and flip it over on the back and draw a straight line from the bottom of the sleeve to about the middle of the shirt. We can fix it later. Then I'm going to look on the front and see where I drew the line and then just make a little mark on the back right where I drew that line, and we're going to make a bigger line later. Then I'm going to measure with my finger where the collar is on the front and draw a line right underneath that, and draw another curved line from the corner and connect it to that line we just made underneath the collar. And do that on the other side. Then I'm going to extend the little marks that we made all the way down to the lines that we drew underneath the sleeve. And I'm going to draw that same box halfway between those 2 lines that we did on the front. And same thing on the other side, and I'm going to start cutting. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut the sleeve off of the front, and then I'm going to make a little tiny cut and cut out the box in the middle there. So much cutting. And on the back, I'm going to cut out the other half of the sleeve, cut it all the way off, and then I'm going to cut out the top of the back there and finish the other side, cut out the box, just trace along those lines. This shirt's a little more complicated just because it's so detailed. One wrong cut will pretty much ruin the shirt, so just be careful. The last thing I'm going to do is just lay it flat and cut a little bit more off the sides to make the sleeves a little bit longer, and there you have this shirt. So for this next shirt, I'm going to draw 2 more curved lines from the corner of the collar to the bottom of the sleeve and the same on the back, and cut both of those out. I'm also going to cut right around the back half of the collar, so the collar is still attached, just not to the back piece. So you should have something like this when you're finished. Then you're going to cut 2 lines down that back piece, and I just ripped them a little bit to make them a little bit longer, and I'm going to start braiding the 3 pieces. Leave a little bit at the end so that instead of sewing it, you can just tie it to the collar. And you're going to fix it up, pull some things around to make it centered, and then I just kind of pull out the braid. Then I'm just going to make some last minute cuts, make it all even, cut the ends of the braid, and there you go. Then finally, I'm going to draw another V under the collar and cut off the sleeves. And then I'm going to flip it over and make those same lines from the bottom of the sleeve to the center and another line from the corner of the collar straight down. And then I'm going to cut the outside of that out and leave the flap on the shirt so you have a continuous strip from the front to the back. Then I'm going to cut the collar off of the strip on the back and cut a line down the middle and rip the rest of it. Then you're going to tie the two pieces in the front together, and you're going to take those pieces and tie them to the strips in the back. Make a really tight knot and then just cut off whatever's left. So I know this style of shirt does not go with a normal sports bra, so I just have this one from Forever 21. It's the perfect cut for it, so that's what you can wear if you wanted to wear it to work out in.
So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned some ways to reconstruct your old t-shirts. If you make any of these shirts, please tweet me a picture or tag me on Instagram or something so I can see your creation. Also, I can sneak in a little announcement here that I am going to be posting videos every Friday. You can count on that. You can hold me to it. I'm now home for the summer and I have no excuses. So I'm going to be posting a video a week every Friday, so be sure to check out my channel on Fridays for a new video. Be sure to follow me on all my social media, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, like my Facebook page. All of my links will be in the description bar below as always. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope you learned a lot. I love you guys so much and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone!
I'll let you set the pace, 'cause I'm not thinking straight.
So this is what it's like to be downtown on a Tuesday night. Since it's Cinco de Mayo, it's actually probably a little bit more crowded than usual. But we're such tourists, literally.
We're still taking pictures,
Still
even though
taking
we've been here for
how long?
more than half a
2
year.
semesters. Look, there's the Batman building. Up close and personal.